Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to even more Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. My name is Brenton, and last time we entered probably one of my favorite zones, even if it is a chilly hellscape, Coerthas, and I had the opportunity to fanboy over one of my favorite NPCs of this entire game and this beautiful story. Um, this time we're going to start off this episode by doing the level 40 Black Mage story quest, which I'm super excited to do. So as you can see, they're kind of just waiting for me over in the corner, and these Lalafels are probably getting super annoyed because I've been standing here for gods who knows how long, so I'm just going to cover them up. But I wanted to show off a couple of things that I did off camera really quick. So I went ahead and I completed difficulty 4 in our hunting log, so I went ahead and took out the last feral croc I needed to do, and then I went around and I started taking out a couple of monsters in our hunting log that are kind of out of the way, that's within our current level. I didn't want to do anything like too crazy down here just because you're going to be closer to level 50, which I am still quite a bit of ways from. Additionally, I realized as I was preparing for this episode and just kind of taking a look at what quests I wanted to get done in the main scenario quest today, and additionally I realized that up until this point, the developers did a really good job of kind of like pacing everything, so you never felt like you had to stop, grind out some levels, and continue the main scenario quest, because that is a thing. There are level requirements in order to continue playing through the story, and we're starting to get to this point where the developers kind of started crunching things down between levels 41 to level 50, which was the original level cap at when 2.0 released. So what I'm going to be doing going forward is trying to keep myself above the curve. So as you can see, I'm level 41. I think I was at level 40 at the end of last episode, and I am probably going to hit level 42 with just how much experience I have left to hit level 42. And this is a good thing. This is what you want to do, because I don't want there to be a strange moment in this extended play where all of a sudden I'm like, I can't continue playing the story because I'm not the appropriate level. So I'm going to be doing a lot of, what's the button? Not J, is it? No, it's not D. U. I'm going to be doing a lot of leveling roulettes off camera just to help me with my levels, because it usually gives me like a level and a half when I do it. I'm going to be doing some hunting log stuff off screen if I don't readily run into it while I am traveling to and from quest objectives. And so that's just kind of the mindset that I'm going to be doing going forward. This isn't a problem. Like, once we get into the expansions and this extended play, this doesn't really become a problem just because they only raise the level cap by 10 with every expansion. So it's not like I'm going to need to do another 50 levels in the next expansion. It's just another 10, and that's a lot more manageable, especially because I'm wearing this earring, which allows me to get 30% more experience until I hit level 70, which isn't going to be for another 29 more levels, and probably not for, I'm going to guess, maybe another year and a half. So, with all of that being said, just because I do want to make you aware of what I am doing on and off screen, let's go ahead and talk to Lalai to begin international relations and get Blizzard 3, because good God, I've been waiting for this ability. Lalai has another task to strengthen your connection to the Black. Scout, I see in your eyes the look of a man prepared to take on the daunting responsibilities of the Black Mage. There are a few who know of your existence, even among those versed in the ways of magic. You will not even find mention of us at all, but the most esoteric of texts? That's a strange word. Yet the secrets of our dark art lie encrypted here within the forbidden library of this sacrarium. Master himself deciphered and read the text some 100 years past. It is said that the first of our kind were the favored of Nathal, and it was he who entrusted them with the duty of sealing the Void Gate. But as you well know, the power of black magic lies in its great potential for destruction. The slightest errancy in its use may give rise to the most tragic of disasters. Of the disappearance of the black mages from Eorzea, Master says only, we must not repeat the errors of the past. Scout, Master has made known to me what it is you must do next. What you must next do. Listen to his words now with all your being. The land is drunk deep in the blood you spilled, and by this act 3 souls of 3 races of Thanalan have come. The fires of our order once burned black and full, yet long ago they were left to wane and very nearly die. These 3 souls are the keepers of the embers that remain of all that we now are. In the lands of one who will usher our return, the Gemma Shatoto, testimony of our creed, will shine with new light, and by the light the 3 keepers will be made our allies. An Amalja by the name of Kazak Ka waits at Burgundy Falls in the east of Thanalan. Go to him. That is all. Dwell not on the fact that the Amalja are the sworn enemies of Ul'dah. It is not your place to question Master's will, for it is the will of Nathal himself. Go forth, Black Mage, and see the Void Gate sealed. Alright then, where is this then? I hate having to travel all the way out there, but let's go ahead and do it. Especially since we've been out at Camp Drybone for quite some time. I'm gonna be, very honest with you, lovelies. Eastern Thanalan is not my favorite, zone. I would rather, I don't know what it is. I think it's just, the fact there's only one Aetheryte, and everything just feels, super far away from itself. I don't know, there's nothing, super spectacular about this place. There's, other areas here in... I think the only thing about Thanalan that I like is Ul'dah. It is probably one of my favorite, major city hubs that I enjoy visiting, enjoy running around. Which is funny, because I started this game... I know I started this particular character off in Ul'dah, but I started my main dude off in Gridania, which I also super love. Gridania is such a beautiful forest city. I don't know, I think it's because I'm also such a huge fanboy for, oh, please don't tell me I forgot his name. Well, shoot. Well, if his name comes back to me, the military leader of the Immortal Flames. I don't know why I'm forgetting his name all of a sudden. I'm feeling really stupid about it, but I'm such a huge fanboy for him. That's probably why I love Ul'dah so much. You know what? I feel like we did something with him earlier in all of our black magic fun. Okay, I don't know. Losing my mind this episode. Oh, I like your feathers. Welcome, Hrothgar, chosen of Kukuruka and bearer of the Gemisha Toto. By the gem's power do our paths cross once more. At last the time spoken of in the prophecy has come, and yet I know nothing of he who will guide us. Come, tell me your name. Scout Alder. I am Kazak Ka, the sorcerer of the Amalja, as were my forebears. I am the 4th in my line to walk this path, which brings me now to this land. As you well know, my kind bear the scorn of the Uldans. It is for that reason that I must remain here, far from my city walls. Also, his name is Reborn, I just remembered. Great power this one has, but enough is it. Squawk! Kazak Cha is terrifying to behold. Yes, but he is both wise and kind. Good, warm, kind. These are my brethren in the Black Scout, and now they are yours as well. Before you stand the Exil Dozul Malak and the 269th Order Medicant of the Cobalts Dazah. So you have fed the ethereal currents with the blood of thieves. That The Gemisha Toto radiates as it does in your presence as proof of your deeds, and a sign of what must yet be done. It falls to me to bear witness of your awakening, and to pass on to you the knowledge entrusted to me. Know that you must face death before your purpose can be fulfilled. Oh, your purpose can be fulfilled. Wow, I can't read to save my life. It is to the Silent King in the Western Thanaland that you must next journey. There too lies a planar fissure, and there too must you slake the land's thirst with the blood of the fiends which surge forth from it. What does it mean that I have to die? Fear not, each of us shall journey to the Silent King, and there convene once more. Seek out first the Ixal Dozel Milok, for your path is destined to first cross with his. When the deed before you is done, the Gemisha Toto shall shine with a new brilliance. Okay, I guess that is what I will do. Didn't they say Eastern Thanaland, so shouldn't it be like here? I guess not. Where is it then? Oh, Western Thanaland. That's, oh my gosh, it's near the Waking Sands. Okay, well this is fine. We'll just head back out there, and it doesn't look like it's super far away jaunt from the Aetheryte Plaza, so all is well. This quest just seems to be a little bit longer than I was hoping for, because the level 35 story quest was super short, but you know, it's fine. We will definitely get to the main scenario quest and get through that as much as I can in this episode. And I mean, there's no harm in making this a little longer than usual. I mean, it's going to be necessary too. This game is long. To close Planar Fissure, strong black magic you need. You closed and come to Dozel Milok once more. Squawk. I am not squawking. Anyway, let's go ahead and just close this guy up. Just gonna pat you down a little bit. And good to go. Oh my gosh, you need to go away, sir. You are just too much. I'm also level 40, almost level 42, so you are no match for me, sir. Perfect. Okay, I'm pretty sure... Oh, is that it? Okay. The last time I had to do this, there was like several enemies that came after me, like consistently, so I thought there was going to be more than that. Squawk! Kazag Cha spoke true. Black is strong and scout. You grow now. Go see Dazah. Are you going to tell me where Dazah is? Oh, okay, he's just in the same little area. Well, we defeated an Ahriman, and now we're gonna run around on our circus Ahriman. This guy is good though. He's also super cute, and I love him, and he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Here lies the Planar Fissure, Rift Tear Fissure. Use the power within you to seal it. Okay girl, you got it. Let me just go take care of another one. I wonder what these people over here are thinking, because I'm totally just like messing around with void stuff, and they're just like, not even a thought in the world. Okay, let's do this. How dare you paralyze my chocobo, you rude asshole. Okay, it's time to burn your cute little... Actually, your face isn't cute, but it's being burned. Oh, oops. I forgot, I need to close it up with the blood. I'm just like, okay, I'm good, run away. Okay, cool. It is Kazag Cha foretold. You are chosen, Scout. You must return to him now. Yes, yes. Return and tell Kazag Cha the deed is done. Ended, over, done. Alright then, back to... Where is... There it is, Camp Drapo. I'll just meet you guys there. Okay, my lovelies, I feel super dumb. He was actually just right here, so all I had to do was just run over here, and I did it. So I had to teleport back here during that cut. Super awkward. Anyway, you have done well, Scout, as I knew you would. Come, it is time now to return to Burgundy False. Oh my freaking Lanta. Okay. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in a second again. Alright, my lovelies, here we are. Let's go ahead and finish this quest, and then we can just move on with our lives, now that I've done wasted money. Scout Alder of the Black, you've returned to me victorious. The Gemma Shototo burns bright. You are indeed the heir to the dark and ancient power, as Kukuruka foretold. I am reminded of a prophecy my great-grandfather uttered long ago. When four magi meet in the barren land, black powers of Eld woven by their hand, shall see the fate of wickedness made stark, and the path to light shall be lit by dark. The black powers of Eld require no explanation, and know that wickedness refers to the evil birthed by the void. That the seal holding the void gate shut will falter and fail is beyond doubt, yet your deeds speak of determination and ability, and in them I spy hope. I have learned all of you that I must. I bestow upon you the knowledge kept by my line. Here and now I speak of an oath to discard old grudges. By your power combined, the void gate will be sealed anew. You have brought this and old Amaja great happiness. You believed the words of my great-grandfather. He was mocked and ridiculed, and worse, ignored. Yet your coming has fulfilled the prophecy he spoke. Scout, the dark magic coursing through you shares a deep bond with the void gate. Should that portal be cast open, you will come to great peril. Temper yourself in both mind and body. When you are ready, return to this land and seek me out once more. Then, and only then, will I speak to you of your next task. Oh sweet, and I hit level 42! Fire starter! Okay, I now get to talk about a couple of things here before we continue on with A Road to Redemption. One, unlike Fire 3 and Fire, where you're going to need to use both, you do not need to do that with Blizzard and Blizzard 3. As of right now, Blizzard is completely gonzo and always use Blizzard 3. Goodbye, Blizzard. I don't need you. That's oddly coincidental with a certain company by the same name doing weird things. Anyway, so you will always want to start with Blizzard 3, and it will make it a lot easier to transition between Fire, so your Umbral Ice and your Astral Fire. The only time that you're really going to want to use Transpose is very minimal times now, and it regards a certain level 50 Black Mage skill that we're not going to talk about all that quite yet, since we're about 8 levels away from that move, but I will talk about that more when the time comes. Additionally, let's go to our traits, and we now have Fire Starter. So it means anytime that we cast Fire, we have a 40% chance that our next Fire 3 will require no MP and have no cast time. So anytime Fire Starter comes up, it is a great opportunity to bust out a little bit more damage anytime that you cast Fire, because as you can see, that potency difference is kind of nice, but you really only want to use Fire 3 when you're changing from Ice to Fire. Primarily use Fire as your attacking spells, and anytime Fire Starter activates, you're going to want to use Fire 3. So with that being said, HUD layout. So what I usually do in these kind of scenarios is that I have another hotbar that's like right here, where I can readily see abilities that proc, so that way I can use them faster. And then I also have other abilities, so when they come off cooldown, I know that I can use them again almost immediately. So I know that this episode already has quite a bit of cuts, but now that we both have Thundercloud and Firestarter that literally did the same thing, I'm going to need to have a really quick visual of when those procs happen, so that way I can activate those abilities really, really quick without having to look down at my main, at the main abilities down here. So again, I'm gonna cut away again for just a moment as I kind of prepare that special little hotbar for myself, and then we will continue on with the main scenario quest. So I'll meet you guys back in Coerthas, and I'm gonna get myself all prepared for moving forward with the game. Be right back. Okay, my lovelies, that took a little longer than I wanted it to take, and I may still make some changes. I'm not entirely sure how I like this little setup right here, but it is what I am going with. Anywho, now that I have taken up so much time, let's continue on the main scenario quest with Road to Redemption. Ooh, do I get anything out of this? I do not. Lord Harchefant is concerned with Lord Francel's well-being. Alright, Road to Redemption. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Darvanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. By all means, I'll be more than happy to do that. Let's go ahead and make our way out there. And I think it is... yeah, I know where I'm going. I know this area fairly well just because I really loved exploring it. I know it's like a frozen hellscape, but it's just... Coerthas and Ishgard, all of it is just absolutely wonderful. So I can't wait to gush more about it when the time is right. Anywho, let's make our way up to... let's make our way up to the Steel Vigil so that way we can figure out what it is. Oh, yep, there's a dragon. That way we can make sure that Lord Francel is okay. Unfit Knight, so that already is not looking super good. Unsettled Knight is over there. And Lord Francel's kind of trying to catch his breath over here. Who goes there? Scout! No, stay back. The Fiend is still here. Alright, perfect. And see, now we can just transition into Fire 3 without having to worry about a lot here. I need to put you in Defender stance. So, like I was saying, the only time that you want to use Transpose now is when you want to transfer back from fire to ice. That is the easiest way to do it right now. And probably, yeah, that's the easiest way to do it right now. Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Helenarte if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, sir. House Helenarte will remember your kindness. Okay, let's go talk to the Unsettled Knight. And then I can't remember where the third one is. I remember having trouble the first time I did this. I heard the beast cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, sir. Bless you. Okay, hopefully I can find him quick, because, again, I had, like, a lot of trouble the first time locating him. Okay, let's go ahead and take you out then, sir. Oh. There we go. Perfect. I saw his name clipping through the wall. Curse those fiends. It's as though we knew we were coming. Well, doesn't that sound suspicious? Okay, let's go ahead and talk to Lord Francel, who for some reason is still just hanging out over here. It was a foolish thing to do. I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Hilinarte that yielded the steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done not to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of my inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Okay. Well, let's head back to the camp and let Hartefont know of the deed that we have done for him and continue getting some stuff done here. I don't have a feeling. I know exactly what we're going to be doing next, because I'm getting the memory back into my mind and it's sparking what I did the first time. But essentially, we're going to start heading into the direction of trying to make sure that this house is free of its crude accusations made against it, and that essentially this poor person doesn't get kicked out of their house and doesn't get more than likely executed, because that's what the Roman Catholic Church did, and this nation very much resembles what Roman Catholicism does. So, what did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a man who may later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and, by our association, yours. That's fine with me. Oh, I think I can get something here now. Yay! But the firebrand is not any better than what we are currently using. Lord Hartefont suspects that someone is conspiring against Lord Francel. As I see it, the key to providing Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak to the draconian rosary found in the chest that you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So, it was found in a locked chest labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Coerthas, so he may have some inkling to who could be responsible. I can do that. Let's go ahead and make our way back down over here then. See, when it's not like a blistering blizzard outside, it's like really peaceful. I mean, it's super cloudy and like sad, but I mean, this light snowfall is just really nice. It's just the kind of winter I wish we could have sometimes, but thanks to climate change, here in Utah, everything just gets super crazy all the time. And they never call a snow day on anything. Oh, no. They will force us out of our homes to go to work and school, even if it kills us. Alright. Someone tampering with shipments? Very strike me down. If all them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted... Hey now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm a House Hilinarte man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family, too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipments did it, though. I know most of them that what worked at the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then our guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Huh? Could have been the fellows that were responsible for the inspections? It's Guardian Knights and Inquisitors, the lot of them, as if they've ever turned their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to cramp Dragonhead from Right Brim front this eve. You might consider having a word with them. Alright, back up north it is then. Okay, let's go make our way up here. I want to say, for those who are watching this the first time, I don't know if you've figured out who it could be or not. Maybe it may be a cool little twist for you. I don't remember it being like when it all was revealed and what's going on right now. It wasn't a huge aha moment for me, if I recall correctly. And maybe I don't know, there's bits and pieces to this that I'm still trying to remember, so let's just continue on. Beg your pardon, you suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Helenarte shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. I'm not going to be happy with what I find. Draconian rosaries were hidden inside all parcels that were for House Helenarte. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible. Once the knight at White Brim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. If I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Harchefant, I will not be held accountable for this. I mean, it's suspicious, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see what our elven-clad friend here has to say. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. Ah, but more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries. If every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks, that beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Helenarte's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise Haloni that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. I'll just pick up the firebrand. I can sell it later, even though I know it's not going to benefit me any. In the eyes of gods and men, Lord Harchefant needs your help to clear Lord Francel's name. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Helenarte were heretics. At last, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Brigue. Tell her that the House Fortomps asks, nay, demands that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. Okay, so it looks like who we need to speak to is just right outside here. And oh, yep, just right up here. Okay, girl. What is it, my child? Lord Harchefant would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witch Drop, even as we speak. Fear not, if Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Haloni's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Just as I worried. Okay, we gotta speak to Harchefant. I thought we were gonna go and stop the trial, but it appears that will not be the case as of right now. Okay. They have taken Lord Francel to Witch Drop? This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Scout, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witch Drop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. You got it, dude. Let's get out of here. Good thing Witch Drop is just like a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. Thought it was going to be on the western part of the of where we are, but it's just over here in the east. The only reason why I say that is because I thought that we were going to make our way over here, and we haven't yet. So I'm probably getting some part of the main scenario quest here confused, which is fine. I just want to get done with this as much as I can. Ooh, a duty. Okay. Hail, Scout. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us as a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Duty calls. Commence battle for In the Eyes of Gods and Men? Absolutely. And we'll be level synced to level 42, which is good. Because I am not giving up level 42 status, baby. Jokin Charlamad Francel de Helenarte, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have never opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in the service of the Holy See. Condemn me, and we will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Haloni to judge, if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Haloni's halls, while the wicked shall revel the dragon forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House Fortomps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we have come on behalf of Lord Harchefant. My lord has uncovered evidence that suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts have been conducted. Lord Harchefant has allowed his personal relationship to be accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts, I would have allowed, but that he would dare interfere with legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of the Inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Harchefant arrives, Scout, and remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Alright then. Let's take out this healer, because that is going to be a problem if we don't. Alright. Did he just blind me? So rude! No. Okay. I'm gonna take out this archer while I can. And see, that fire starter is just so nice. Man, I'm taking these guys out like crazy. Okay. Just need to get myself Blizzard back up, and now I can go over into Fire 3 really fast. Hopefully nobody else, like, randomly shows up, because I'm doing fairly well right now. Oh, and here comes Harchefant! Oh, and here comes more people. Of course. No. You're going down, sir. You're annoying. Oh, and there's a dragon. What the heck? Okay, we'll take out this heavy infantry while we can. Wait, why is the dragon, like, invulnerable right now? Okay. Man, Firestarter is so nice. And I'm getting really lucky with those procs, too. Okay, let's switch over to Fire 3. There we go. Oh my gosh, what is this Draconian Rosary doing here? Duty complete. That wasn't too bad. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop. But this trial, like many others I fear, have been orchestrated by enemies of House Hilanarte. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother that we may tear ourselves apart. The fervid images of a desperate man, what proof have you of this? By the Fury, a Draconian Rosary? The knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the worm. The heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights? This is grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Hortefant. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Coerthas, Scout. Pray locate your airship and use it. Jeez, don't be so, rude. Maybe if you all will be a little bit more grateful, if you all would help me, I would get out of here. Lord Harchefant, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard and too devout to question your sentence. We have been any slower, you have jumped to your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Hilanarte. Praise Helone, it did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Scout. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Alright, let's make our way back up to... Let's make our way back up to Camp Dragonhead. La-di-da-da, la-di-da-da-da-da-da. I didn't realize how far away we came from the camp. But it's fine. We're literally right around the corner. That looks freezing. But I guess if that's what it takes to be a Knight of House Hortense, sitting in freezing cold water is probably the least of my concerns. Plus, most of these generations of elves have been pretty used to the snowfall from what I've understand of the lore, so it's all good. You look well, Scout. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Franco would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might as well have perished at the hands of the heretic and his worm. House Hortense and House Hilanarte shall never forget your service. Now, let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. Okay. I still have a little time left to do this. Some more recording. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say about the final flight of the Enterprise and see where that takes us. So Lord Hartrefant would like to introduce you to his witness. The man with knowledge of the Enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. Perfect! I think this is actually a really good quest to finish off with, so let's go ahead and speak with this discomposed cataloger. How quickly do commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in the Coerthas several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed somewhere in the far northwest. Relying on my memory alone, I can say no more than that. However, were you to bring me the astroscope log from the evening in question, I could calculate a more accurate location. The log I require is volume 6 of the 1572 readings. It should be stored with the other past logs on the uppermost floor of the observatorium, just below the astroscope. I believe it will be a large red feathered bound tome, though you ought to confirm the date and volume number if you are at all unsure. Alright, it looks like we're finally getting the information that we need to find the Enterprise here in Coerthas. And it's super comforting to know that it is here, and not in some other misforgotten location in all of Eorzea. Because it would really stink if it was beyond the walls of Ishgard, where we currently cannot venture forth into. But that is not the case, and that is super, super nice. So let's go ahead and chug along back down to the observatorium, because we don't have our increased mount speed in this area quite yet, and grab the log that he is needing. Though if he works at the observatorium, I'm kind of confused as to why he didn't just already have it on his person when he came to meet with us in the first place. A little confused by that, but it's fine. We'll just make our way up here. Okay, time to drive up these stairs, because that's the type of game we're playing, where we can drive upstairs. Okay. First flight. Now we need to make the second flight. Perfect. And we have now access up to here. Oh wow, did I already find it? I thought I was going to have to search a little bit more. I am also not going to drive all the way back up here, so I am legit just going to teleport so that I can just get on with it. Also, additionally, I'm going to do this while I am off screen. I'm going to turn that off for right now because I'm going to fiddle around with that later. Oops, I did not mean to go that way. So let's run around here and give the cataloger the book he is seeking. Did you perchance find the correct log? The 6th volume from 1572? I would understand if you failed. The other catalogers were often careless when returning old volumes to the shelf. Nope, I got it. My word, you actually found it. This musty old smell bring back such fond memories. Ah, here we are. If you would permit me a moment to make some calculations. It is as I feared, the ship landed near the Stone Vigil, of all places, which means that the garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Hartefont is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Thank you! How exciting, we finally have a location. Ah, so you have at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil? Ah, perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drelemont of Whitebrim Front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel to do the same. Now that your business at Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeying, Scout. May Helone guide you. And how very true he speaks. Goodbye, my friend. Alright, let's go to Lord Francel, get what we need, and then and make your way over to White Brim Front, I believe. Oh wow, I have to level sync to that one now, huh? Interesting. I just look so posh riding on the back of my behemoth. Just like, ever so comfortable. Also, taking a look at how long I've been recording, because I have to take an account for all of the changes I was making to my user interface, which ultimately I just kind of discarded just barely. I think we definitely are coming up on the very last of the time that I have left to record, at least this episode. Wonderful to see you again, Scout. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it, too, was once an outpost held by House Hillenarte. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord de Lamont. Nevertheless, I will write to your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy the House Hillenarte have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbor great hatred towards us and towards you now as well. Alright, and now I must make my way over to White Brim Front. However, just for the sake of time, and there not being like an 8th right plaza over there where I can rest for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and return to Camp Dragonhead. And in the next episode, oh, it looks like Sid and Alphino have made their way over to White Brim Front. But anyway, next time in Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, we will make our way over to White Brim Front, hopefully gain the blessing of one more House of Ishgard to make our way to the Stone Vigil and retrieve the Enterprise as it was. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I have had a lot of fun with it. We got a lot of great stuff done, and if you don't want to miss out, be sure to subscribe so you can see next week's episode of Final Fantasy XIV, and be sure to leave me a like because it really does help me out. My lovelies, thank you again for watching. My name is Brenton, and I'll catch you next week for more Final Fantasy XIV. And I'll see you all then. Bye!